Welcome, folks. I'm Jaby Koay, joined by Achara Kirk.
What's up?
We're continuing on with Cobra Kai, Season 3, Episode 6.
Woo, woo,
and
woo.
if you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut-down version of our reaction because we are allowed a maximum of 5 minutes picture-in-picture. And if you'd like to see our entire reaction, uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Jaby Koay. But you will need a Netflix account so you can show Cobra Kai to yourself. in an adjacent window. We'll help you sync it up. We do a 3, 2, 1 countdown sync on the very first frame of the episode to help you get in sync with us close enough that it's like you're watching along with us. So, yeah, we're not allowed to show you the entire thing in our reaction because, like I said, 5 minutes picture-in-picture is the max we're allowed. Anyway, if you're watching this on Patreon already, thanks so much for hanging out with us here. Really appreciate you. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications. Thanks so much for joining us. Here we go.
War. What is that guy for? Aww. He's pretty muscular, isn't he? Oh.
Oh, it's Wing Chun. But you're not supposed to break it.
So you must be Kreese? Well, your CO tells me you're a real go-getter. Volunteering to walk point. Joining ambush teams.
It's quite a stogie.
As I'm forming a team.
Jeez.
We'll work out of CCN. Direct action missions into North Vietnam. So I learned Tang Soo Do during the Korean War. Under Master Kim Il-sung. You'll learn the same. If we're gonna do this, we need the absolute best. Yeah! We need strength. Woo! Yes! We need determination. What? We need brutality.
They just let him hang out in the high school?
And I will mold you into the ultimate weapon.
That was, what's her name's boyfriend?
Yeah, Sam's?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ex-boyfriend, yeah.
He doesn't like sushi.
That's right. But also they just let random...
Hey, Johnny,
it's
it
really
has been a
hard to
long
get
time.
into school.
I remember we used to see each other every day. Who are you now? Your profile is pretty bare.
What did he like?
What are you up to these days?
Just her name?
Allie.
Did he like her
What are you up to
name?
these days?
You can't like someone's name. He liked her post.
What was the post? It was just her name.
I don't know. They didn't show it.
Look at this freak. Oh, what kind of girl would ever kiss this shit?
Class, welcome our new students. Joining Cobra Kai is a privilege, which is why our recruits must earn their position in this dojo.
You ready or what?
1, 2,
Gonna collapse.
3, go. All right, better fall that time.
You writing a novel?
Oh no, it's a Facebook message.
To who?
Allie.
Like the alley? What? This is huge. But I mean, you're not gonna send that, right? You cannot send her that message. Shorter messages are way cooler. First, we need to get some pictures. Do you have any photos?
Yeah, photos? Yeah, don't move.
Said don't move.
I can't believe you went over to that dojo.
We're gonna stop him. We have to. We're gonna do it my way. Going to the police.
Well, what are they gonna do?
These are the only photos I have. Don't have much after high school.
We're probably just better off going in with some new photos.
You're looking to file a complaint against a John Kreese.
Yeah, a restraining order.
Actually, an emergency protective order has already been filed.
Really?
No, it's against you, ma'am.
What?
Looks like Mr. Kreese came in and gave a statement, and you struck him?
No, that's ridiculous. He's a liar. Honey?
I feel like this story is missing a lot of context.
Says here he's a Vietnam veteran. Green Beret, Silver Star.
Oh my God. I have another idea, but it's the nuclear option.
What is it? Dang.
You, big boy.
He's mine.
Is that Lippy or is it?
Whoa.
Finish it.
Oh. Okay, someone needs to...
Damn.
It's too much. Yuck. But like, aren't his parents gonna be all... The heck did you do to my son?
This is actually really smart.
It's super smart. Oh my God. Oh, shit.
God damn.
I gotta work 2 jobs now. Mom's not doing well. I know that I should come to see you. I just didn't know how to help.
So you did nothing.
I felt guilty about everything. It's like Sensei Kree says. If one of us gets hurt, we all get hurt.
Nobody else got hurt, Tori. One in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I just meant that.
Oh, I know what you meant. I never cared about Miyagi-Do or Kreese. I cared about us.
Did you? Or are you just going out with me to get Sam's attention?
Is that really what you think?
I saw you with her. I didn't have a choice.
Yes, you did, Tori. I know you're helping your mom, but you need help.
You think I'm crazy?
I didn't say that.
No, that's okay. Everyone does. I don't give a shit.
I'd still go for
We're
it.
so happy you could join us for dinner, Armand.
Yeah, I was sorry your wife couldn't make it.
Why am I here?
I want you to evict a tenant in your Reseda strip mall.
Oh, is this about snake karate? Why would I evict him? He's an excellent tenant.
How much is that rent, exactly?
I can't tell you that.
We'll double it. Look, all we want is Kreese to be gone. Then you can rent out the space to another tenant.
Deal.
What happened to those guys?
I have eyes on the target.
What's the status on that air support?
Ponytail's in position.
Kreese, when he clears, you light him up. Blow it! Blow it now!
He's still there, Kim.
Then he's dead! Blow it!
What? He's dead. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I told you not to hesitate. And now look what you did. Look at him, Kreese.
What do you want? I got a much higher offer for this space. So, you can't rent here anymore. You have to leave today.
That's not happening.
Eric, Grigor,
Uh-oh.
my nephews are going to help you leave.
I just cleaned the blood off that mat.
Focus.
Oh.
You saw your ex. Big deal.
We spent all day doing bullshit for your ex, trying to make you look like someone you're not. At least when I saw my ex, I told her how things really were. You're the one giving up.
I don't know what the heck.
Quiet! You let Kreese take your dojo? You helped a bunch of people and then walked away like a pussy.
Whoa.
He's standing there on his own.
You're a sensei. It's who you are. If you can't
Right?
see that, you're
I think so.
Let go.
What?
He's gonna collapse on his own once he realizes.
Holy shit. You're doing it.
He's like a Saiyan. He has to get angry and then
Yeah.
he improves. Is that her? No. Oh, that's him. That's him still.
She's gonna like one of them. He's gonna delete.
Allie, you're right. It's crazy how things change. I met a kid who needed some help, so I got back into karate. I have a long way to go to be a better man, a better father. That's what I've been up to.
Aww.
I'm a sensei.
Too long.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's actually smart.
That is pretty smart
I
though.
want to thank you again for your business, Mrs. Dealership's back on its feet. Creases out of our lives. Here we go. Hey, Armand.
LaRusso, that deal is off. What?
Hello, Danny boy. Nice try, but you can't end a war with diplomacy. So I suggest you prepare your students for battle.
What? What type of snake? What type of snake? Is it poisonous? I don't think it's a cobra.
So that right there, you can go to jail for that.
Yeah.
I mean, the show's just playing with the rules of reality a little bit when it comes to the law and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's like an 80s movie.
It's fine. Yeah, no, it's fun.
It's bending the rules as necessary to serve the plot.
I'm totally digging it. I'm fully like invested right now. I'm just like, I want to know what happens next. I'm enjoying that backstory with Kreese. Again, like we're getting to see a little bit more. I'm just so sad. I really like the way they're developing the characters because you see just how flawed and I guess broken a lot of them are and how that influences their decisions and what they end up doing with, what's her name, Tori?
Yeah.
All the responsibilities and everything that she has to carry because of her sick mom, all of that.
It's also hard being that hot.
sure, I guess. And like the
She
insecurity.
She came in with that shirt and I was like, whoa.
They dress her like that. I mean, if you've got assets, then like show them off, I guess.
But like, goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
You gotta give something for like the dudes to look at, I guess.
I didn't realize that we were watching this kind of show. I was like, God damn, she showed up.
Just blame wardrobe.
I felt like Jim Carrey in The Mask when he saw Cameron Diaz.
They could have put her in a high neck T-shirt, but they didn't. They knew what they were doing.
She could have been in a turtleneck. Like, damn.
Yeah.
She showed up, and yeah. That was the highlight of the show for me.
Oh, God.
But the Vietnam War stuff is cool because it gives you Kreese's backstory. I did start to wonder if we were getting too much of it because my interest in the show is more LaRusso and
Johnny.
You know, I'm just like, that's what I'm interested. Obviously, we're expanding the show and seeing more and more of what's going on. And they even made a point to have the cop say, you know, he's a Vietnam War vet and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
As if the cop was justifying weird behavior. But
Well, no, he's just kind of saying, like, you know, you got to cut this guy a break. You know, he's a hero.
I mean, obviously the cop's not asking the right question. I feel
Exactly.
like I feel like in real life it depends.
Yeah.
Now, obviously you have officers that are incompetent, but I feel like every officer I've encountered asks lots of questions. It's their job. It's the one thing that they do.
Right.
Is they ask lots of questions and they notate a lot. I mean, I remember when I had my car broken into and I had just gotten my car too. It was like 2 months in, and the cops showed up because I wanted a report, and there was so much dialogue about my window being smashed. It's like all this stuff. Where were you? How do you know? You know, what time did it happen? Blah blah blah. There's lots of dialogue that happens there, and so for anyone who's ever had to file a police report or anything of that nature, there's a lot of back and forth, and so the show just plays with reality a lot in that respect. It's taking artistic licensing in order to serve conflict, which is what you're supposed to do. It's just a little funny sometimes. Anyway, back to the thing. Like, I like the Vietnam War stuff. I just don't know if I'd want that much of it. I like enough to let me know, like, this guy has a backstory. I just don't know that I want to spend that much time there, is all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, they did a little bit in that one episode, and they've done it here. I think it's just to kind of be like, hey, these people, I guess it's just kind of that thought, or that school of thought, I suppose, which is hurt people. And so you see his backstory, the blame and the shame and everything that he went through. And so it kind of justifies his no mercy attitude, because he was merciful, he showed mercy, or he hesitated, and then one of his best friends died, and he has to live with that guilt for the rest of his life. And so I guess in some way he's just trying to, you know, uphold his friend's memory and live in a way that he thinks is just and righteous.
I wish they showed that fight scene.
Oh yeah, that's why I was so disappointed when the two nephews came in, and I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna see Kreese showdown, and then cut to afterwards, and I was like, no.
I mean, it was.
We're gonna see it though. We'll see it in like episode 10 or something.
Okay.
But
Here's the thing. This is what's a little bit confusing about the show. Is it's not actually a martial arts show.
No.
Martial arts is just a tool in the show for how the characters interact with each other.
That's why I like it.
Yeah, but like that's the thing, is like that's the confusing part, because you're used to things like even Fast and the Furious has martial arts fight sequences, right? They have fight scenes. And so the fight scenes in here are just an element of the storytelling. They're not supposed to be stellar. It's just meant to help move the story along. That is what fight scenes are supposed to do in stories. I guess I just always hope that they're cool. You know, as someone who loves fight scenes, I always hope that when I see a fight scene in something, that it looks good, that it's well crafted and whatnot. Especially with who I know is working on the show, and like episode 3 and 4.
We can't all be Jackie Chan and Jet Li.
No, not at all. But no, we can't. That is a fair statement. But you can still hope for higher quality fight scenes. All I'm trying to get to is, in defense of the show, if you take away it being a martial arts show, right? The way they handled that was actually very effective.
Yeah.
It's something that you didn't see, but you understood. Like, you saw the blood on his hands. You saw the what led up to it and the aftermath. You didn't need to see what damage he did to them. You just know, because the story said so. and you saw the blood on his hand, it was almost more effective because you saw the peril of the guy, like the way he showed up, the owner, when he showed up all gloating and whatnot, and then to being on the phone, obviously his life's being threatened, it was effective.
Yeah.
So while I was disappointed that we didn't see a fight scene, accepting that this is not actually a martial arts show, that martial arts is just part of the story, then yeah, I can get behind it more.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
No, I get that. And I think that's a good point. Like they've done really well with making us care about the characters, whether it's characters from Team Cobra Kai or Team Miyagi-Do. I feel almost like they've done a better job with the Cobra Kai kids than with the
Oh, I don't care about any
Miyagi-Do.
from Miyagi-Do at all.
Yeah.
Like none of them. I don't even care about his.
I don't care about Sam.
I don't care about Sam. Like, the one time I cared about her maybe was when she was crying at the hospital. That was the only instance where I was like, oh, I feel something for her for some reason there.
Yeah.
Like, she was talking about being bullied and how that sucks. And then it was crystallized why she feels the way she does, even though it was, like, obvious. That was the moment where it came together for me. I'm like, oh, that's why I should care about her. That's why I should care about her plight. I didn't feel anything towards her until that moment.
Right.
Don't know why.
Well, because I guess the whole point of the show, it's called Cobra Kai, and the thing that I really loved about it from the beginning is that they took Johnny, who was the antagonist in the first movie, Karate Kid, and kind of...
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that one. That one movie from the 80s, brilliant. And they showed kind of his backstory and what it might be like to lose to Daniel-san and to, live your life with that looming over you and all the failures and stuff like that. And it just makes for a really interesting story because it is incredibly human. And so here they are, they're showing that with the kids as well. Like, I love the stuff with Hawk and how, like, when those bullies came in the door, you see, like, the fear that comes up because, that little scared kid comes back again and he's all like, ugh. But then, like, the rage that comes out of him when he finally gets to beat up the guy that used to antagonize him was terrifying. But you understand it because, if you've ever been bullied by anyone, you understand that feeling of anger and rage. And when you finally have the tools to be able to do something with it, it can be...
Yeah. I almost wish they didn't
Really
include.
scary.
I almost wish they didn't include the police stuff at all in this show, because what it's selling itself on is basically being like an 80s action movie, right?
Yeah.
But in the form of a show.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm with it. You involve the police as a sort of nod to reality. It's like, no, don't even involve that shit. You got this dude he has kids beating up each other to the point of a bloody pulp.
Yeah.
His school's gonna be shut down inside of a day.
Yeah.
Inside of 24 hours.
If it's real life, there is no way Cobra Kai is still a karate school.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Right. But that's my point. So
Yeah.
why even entertain this whole thing with the police? I mean, I suppose it helps in terms of like plot.
Well,
like,
yeah, because you have to kind of like dot your I's and cross your T's, right? And the wife is kind of someone who's like, I'm practical.
Pragmatic. Yeah, she's pragmatic.
Let me figure it
no,
out.
But like the move where she tries to get the owner to kick him out, that was enough. The police thing was superfluous for me. Like now it's just extra shit I don't need. Like, that was just telling me like, oh, okay, reality stuff. Like, well, if you're bringing in someone who's trying to do the realistic thing, then this shit wouldn't work.
But it was kind of funny in the police scene when she's there trying to file a restraining order against Kreese, and then the policeman's like, well, actually, he came here first and filed one against you. And I thought that was kind of a funny moment because you shouldn't really go into someone's place of business and then bitch slap them.
Sure. Yeah, but I mean, it's an 80s. I mean, yeah. I mean, it
was a cool moment.
That was as funny as like Steve Trevor using another guy's body so he could date Wonder Woman in 1984. Same haha, it's pretty funny. Yeah, overall, I enjoyed the episode. Don't get me wrong. I thought it was cool. I liked Broad showing up in her shirt.
Okay, that aside, I also really liked the stuff with Miguel.
Just to blow past that.
Let it go.
I can't. It's so like startling. It just it just happens sometimes.
She's a bodacious babe. We all know that. Okay.
But it's it's when she confronts him at the restaurant and she's just, you see that psycho in her eyes. I'm like, God, that looks familiar and I miss it. Just that like lunacy. Just to give you guys some backstory, I've told this story before. I feel like this is the way I describe my third relationship. We were in a 5-hour long argument. It was just every day seemed to be an argument, and it was super toxic. But this lady loved to argue, and I was just lost my mind. And I ran into the bedroom. We only had one bedroom. It was a one-bedroom apartment. I ran into the bedroom and I locked the door. And she jimmied that shit open with a scissor and was like, "We're still arguing," and came after me. I'm like, "God damn, woman! Like, no moment of peace." That's what this lady is right here. That's crazy. She just will not back down. Dude, Miguel is in a fucking wheelchair, and she has the audacity to be mad at him. Give me a break, woman. Give me a break.
Well, in her mind, she's like, "You were talking to Sam, like you didn't
all that
love
shit
me."
goes away. All that shit goes away really fast. Like that. He's in a wheelchair. What are you even talking about? That is so child's play. Like, can't you elevate past that?
No, she can't.
No, that's my point, though. She's crazy. This is what crazy babes do, is they cannot see the obvious fact that none of that shit matters. It's realistic as hell.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. But back to Miguel, I really liked that the climax scene where he's standing, because like here he is, he's all like, "No, you're lying." Like he's schooling his sensei and being, you know,
full circle. It was nice.
I like that. It
Yeah.
was nice. It was a really nice moment.
He imitated him very well. He's like, "Quiet." he did a perfect Johnny imitation.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
No, I really enjoyed
You know,
this.
for the moment, I actually forgot that Johnny started the school, that he reopened the school.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's been a while since we watched season 2 and 1. That was a while back. But this entire season, it's been run by Kreese. And so
Yeah.
I completely forgot that Johnny started the school until they brought it up in that scene. I'm like, oh yeah, that did happen. That was like a whole big plot. Like that he was running this school.
And in his own kind of backwards, silly way, he is a great sensei, and like he cares a lot about those kids. And like you really see it here where, you know, they come in and Hawk's all like, "No, they're not Cobra Kai material," because Cobra Kai was where all the bullied kids went, and then they, you know, finally became strong and they had more self-esteem, although they were terrorizing other kids in the meantime. But you know, it really helped them. And then here Kreese is taking these kids who, you know, already have athletic ability and who are the bullies in the school, and he's bringing them onto the team, and suddenly it's like, oh no, it's not safe anymore. It's not this like cute little club that we had, but
Right.
you know.
There's this Filipino extra, I think he's Filipino, with the long hair that is part of Cobra Kai. And every time you see him perform, it's always hilarious. It's like when Kreese brought in the new kids from the school.
Yeah.
And he started setting up these matches, and it turned out to be like more brutal than the kids were expecting. You just see his face like, it's just
I didn't even notice.
It was so
Why are
extra.
you staring at the
I
extra?
I can't help it. His face is just it's so much that it draws my attention to it, and it's hilarious. Like at first I was just annoyed. I'm like, "What are you doing, guy?" But now I'm just loving it because it's so hilarious. It's just so much. Like even right there, like he's just got that face like, damn. Like they keep, the director must love him because he's just so expressive. Like I haven't seen him throw a single kick. Just lots of faces. Yeah, that was fun. And the girl who from the gym playing basketball and whatnot, she looks about 32 years old. She does not look like a high school kid.
Hey, but that's in keeping with the whole 80s vibe, because most of them did not look like high school kids when, you know, in 80s films.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we've talked about this at length. I enjoyed it thoroughly. There's some things that I didn't love, but I didn't like. But overall I enjoyed the episode quite a bit.
I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And this actress is pretty cool.
Okay,
so,
calm down.
you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
Achara Kirk.
Peace out.